Well, hello, hello. Here we are. We're gonna play a game of chess. And I'm gonna play a standard version. Don't want to play any 960 right now. Just want to go into something familiar. Okay, so we're up against the Iranian Wahid 10. So, what do we play? D4, C4, just our regular shit. And soon as we get out of the opening, we're gonna start. Okay, so this is an early a6 maneuver, clearly planning b5. Do I want to prevent b5 for any reason? I think it doesn't harm to prevent it. I'm not afraid of his bishop coming here. I could have just ignored it though, that's probably true. Okay, knight c6. Knight in front of the c pawn is always quite a maneuver. So I'm gonna move the rook here. I'm gonna start putting some pressure down here. Consider sacking here at some point, or who knows what can come into play. But let's just keep our pieces like this. Now, the real question comes with how we can't really win this pawn or anything. He's going to play this, of course, and then he's circling back, or he'll just keep his knight there, and it's a pretty decent position, actually. Not like super duper awesome, but it's pretty good. So I came out with the knight, and I don't have a way to make sure I keep the bishop on the board, but I can at least coax this move, which does give a nice hole here that I can't quite exploit presently, but hopefully in due course. I'm quite excited to take with the knight and open up these kind of possibilities on the light squares. That's where he's got a problem. So he's got to really use his bishop cleverly now. Otherwise he could get up in a lot of trouble soon. Queen here seems tempting, but does it have any follow-up really? I'm not so sure it does. But I think I have to play it anyway, because it's not like he can suddenly threaten me with a bishop or anything like that, so it's fine. What about a move like this? If he takes, then suddenly this becomes a piece which I can capture, because I got bishop on it, and I would have the queen on it too, despite his knight and rook on it. So this is an interesting, inspired move. Uh, yeah. Okay, so he's kind of cashing out a little bit, and that's part of what we want. We don't mind him cashing out because we are winning a pawn in the whole flux. Yeah, so this is a pretty healthy position. Plus pawn, but yeah, but it is an opposite colored bishop game, so could go in many ways actually. I think what we will probably want to do is to keep. Okay, this knight is a bit of a nuisance, but I just have to ignore it, right? Just ignore the squatter knight. Isn't that the age-old lesson? Maybe I try to come play something like this. I don't know. This move is scary to play, to be honest, because it gives him such a lovely, lovely square. But if it helps me make the spawn break, then it's worth it, right? He can't capture because the knight comes in and he's gonna have to give up the bishop for the knight trade, like a trade of pieces, but still, then after that, there'll be no troubles for me. This bishop is the key piece for him. Okay, now because he's potentially going for this pawn, now we kick the pawn forward, and now we get these guys rolling, right? Now we get these guys rolling. And this knight, day by day, we make him look stupid. That's the point. That's the plan. I think we go after this rook in an aggressive fashion. Now we play with a lot of tempo. Keep the pressure going. Don't let him dictate the rate of play. You dictate the rate of play. He's really determined to dictate the rate of play. We ain't gonna just allow that. I'm gonna deliver check. Uh, what if I attack this bishop first and then take the pawn? Because knight back here is annoying because of this pawn and his bishop together. So now that's no longer the case. And I think our bishop comes in to a very good square here. Keeps all of this together. Uh, and now we can start to go on to the 7th. Mm, I think we can allow him to take the pawn and we start to just invade the territory. Yeah, because it's not like his bishop is right here. And then I would be close to mate. Not even mate because rook can always come back. But yeah, he's starting to lose the plot a bit here. And there's not much one can say about it. Could always lose on time, but seems unlikely. Oh, let's capture. Okay, so let's make a queen and give up the queen and do the whole slow roll with all these guys. Okay. Oh, okay. Good game. Did I really only have 2 seconds left? That's crazy. It felt like I was in no time trouble at all. But anyway, whatever.